Hello everyone. Today I wanted to do something different and do like a CM14 retrospective and talk a little bit on how I won my CM with like the minimum effort. I mean, at the end of the day I just got lucky, but still kind of want to talk a little bit about it because even I'm still surprised that I won. But yeah. So first, let's go ahead and get started by showing you guys my CM race.
さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
3番ミホノブルボンとダイワスカーレット、この2人が競り合っているぞ。7番オグリーキャップ、現在最高峰失策、はたまた狙い通りか。
これはきっと作戦でしょう。彼女には爆発的な末足があります。
6番マルゼンスキー、ペースが速い。
スタミナを切らさないか心配です。
3番ミホノブルボン、快調に飛ばして行きます。
糖度上昇開始。
さあ花に立ったのは3番ミホノブルボン、このままリードすることができるか。続きましたダイワスカーレット、3番手に4番ミホノブルボン、2馬身3馬身開いて5番マルゼンスキー、大欅を越え4コーナーへ。さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。6番マルゼンスキー、前を狙っているぞ。7番オグリキャップ、まだ抑えたままだ。7番オグリキャップ、内で様子を伺う。最終コーナーを曲がって最初に立ち上がったのは3番ミホノブルボン、栄光まで400、外を回っていったのは2番オグリキャップ、2番オグリキャップ、突っ込んでくる。先頭は3番。
私の全力だ。
残り200、2番オグリキャップ、すごい足だ。2番オグリキャップ、並んできた。2番オグリキャップ、差し切ってゴール、やりました。2番オグリキャップ、見事先頭でゴールを駆け抜けジェミニ杯を制しました。2着ダイワスカーレット、3着は7番オグリキャップ。
よし。お腹が空いたな。
Now, if you after watching the race itself, you might have been like, "Oh, wait, maybe he did get really lucky because all my augury, literally, my augury didn't proc her La Tracing Cheer nor Let's Pump Some Iron, so I don't even know how she got the. She didn't have. She basically had 0 acceleration to win, right? And somehow, I guess Triumphant Pulse carried me so hard that I still won the race somehow. She like teleported to the front. But either way, I wanted to show a little bit on how my Umas basically, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Don't judge me. I just have done like about 3 repair runs so far for the next CM, so here are starting from the Mihono Bourbon. This was my first Mihono Bourbon. As you can see, she was really bad. I kind of low roll with my triple God's card. Yeah, never again. But in the end, I swapped my strategy to do double God's card, double wit, and double speed, and that ended up giving me something decent. So yeah, although she didn't win enough, I think her win rate was about 11% or 18%, something along those lines. It was pretty low. She looks kind of strong, right? Like she has the skills for it, but the issue is the weight. At first, oh sorry about that. Let's go back. At first, I thought like, oh, she has the skills, the weight is already there, kind of. I would have preferred like 200 more. And I was like, why is she not winning? She has good skill, good power, good gods, has miles. But if you remember, if you have watched my position keeping video, weight is super important for front runners, and that's something I didn't take into consideration for this CM, which means that a lot of the reason why I lost the race was because of my low weight, which didn't trigger the speed up mode, so she didn't really take first place a lot of the time, which had the issue of angling scheming not triggering, which was her win condition. And even then, if I activated VPP, it didn't really do anything because she wasn't fast enough. And I also missed like the standard movement skill of dodging danger plus ignited weight or prudent positioning, right? But I'm still satisfied that she was able to win. And then obviously I did some Madusensky run. So this is the Madusensky I ended up using. She had taken the lead, Mild Maven. As you can see, I didn't have another green skill, but thankfully taking the lead, Mild Maven helped me proc groundwork. Although the groundwork procced a little bit late, but still, she ended up winning about, I think it was 24% of the time. I'll put a picture like right here in the screen somehow, and then you'll see that she was about 24% at the end of the day. Now, the issue I think also about this one is also the width. She has really good speed, good power, good guts, but then I low roll on the width. Ideally, I wanted to hit like 1100, so there's that. Thankfully, I took 777, which is pretty good, because that's how I activated her Kiss for Courage for this CM. And yeah, she was useful. Not the best, but pretty free to play friendly. Oh, let me show the deck. Pretty free to play friendly deck. Except for Matikane Fukukitaru, I guess. But it's fine. Now, if you can see, I ran a couple of Saiyan runs because I was thinking of going triple front runners, but then after I made a decent enough Saiyan Sky and tested it on the actual room matches, I saw that there were a lot of front runners and I didn't end up winning that much, so I swapped my strategy and ended up making a recap about 2 days before the CM start. So I was like, oh, okay. I made this at the beginning. This was, I think, my first ever Ogre Cap. It was decent enough, but the same as always, not enough width and not enough speed. And this was with triple Guts card. So after that, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna switch it up and do 1 Guts card and just try to hit 600 Guts instead of going for the 900 Guts. I think a main issue for this CM was I overvalued Guts way too much in comparison to width. I think I should have done less width, less Guts and more width, like how I did with my Ogre for my front runners. That's the main part, because front runners actually, width is super important. I should have just maxed out width before caring about Guts. Because honestly, being able to hit that speed up mode to take at least first in the first half of the race would have been so important for me to win a lot of the races. Because a lot of time that I lost in that CM during day 1 and day 2 were because my front runners were in like 5th or 4th place because there were like so many front runners in the lobby and I couldn't get first at all. Right? So if we count the amount of runs that I did, let's see, it's 5 here, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27 runs in total. How did I do that? That is not counting like the parents. I kind of tried making parents, but these Saiyan Skies are not really for my parent for this CM, I think. Yeah, as you can see, right-handed and stuff. I didn't really make parents for this CM because I got kind of a little bit burnt out because PoE 2, the new league for PoE 2 came out and I just was grinding that, no lifing it, so I didn't get that much time to prep for the CM, which I think helped a little bit, so because that way I can like not burn out as much with the 1 month left of Trailblazer, I think. So I'm happy about that. And lately I've been only doing like 1 to 3 runs a day, which is pretty decent. I say I can make like something good. So how did I make my aces without even making my own parents? Well, I am a front runner, so I have done parent looping before, so I had my own front runner's parents already. So for my inherits, obviously, angling and scheming was important for me, and I already had a good parent, or a decent enough parent that had groundwork and dodging danger, right? with Mile, so I just use that. Right, let's see, and then I have this good insane borrow parent with Ignited Wit, Groundwork, the Savvy, Prudent Positioning, Dodging Danger. This was like insane of a parent that I borrowed for when I made this parent back in the day. Like this was like probably like a month ago, probably or so. And then this is my Mihono Bourbon, my grandparent, which is decent enough. It's not that good. And then I just borrowed this El Condor to save my time because I didn't want to make El Condor parent, right? So if you really don't want to spend like a lot of your time in Umamusume to like make the perfect ace and you just want to make aces that can get you to A finals, which was my thought process at the beginning of this. I was like, oh, I don't care if I win the CM anymore. This CM is just whatever. I just want to reach A finals and call it a day. If I win, it's a plus. Now, obviously, if you see these aces, oh, oops, sorry, they're not that good. Come on. Sorry for the Discord notif. I should have turned that off. But so if you see my Augury card right here, she has decent skills, but she doesn't have any like speed greens aside from Lone Wolf, I guess. And thankfully, I don't think anybody had Lone Wolf. I didn't really check the lobby, but oh well. But it was just a gamble for me, because after swapping my strat, I was just thinking of how can I win, because since my front runners were not winning that much, and that's why I made the swap, right? So I was like, oh, might as well just gamble my last Uma, and instead of going for another front runner that might not even take first and lose me the race. So there's that. Now, obviously, this is not for everyone if you really want to win the CM, because honestly, if you try to win every CM, it's gonna be really difficult on you. Like, there's so much to do to make the optimal decisions in every ace run, and then there's also so many things to consider when you're making your other Umas, where if you're just think of trying to win the A finals. Lastly, also, like, if you're trying to make your own parents before even the CM starts, like you have literally like 2 to 3 weeks to make parents and 3 aces. If you think of borrows, you have 5 borrows, so it's about 20 times 5, you have about 100 runs to make your parents plus your aces. In that case, I would have preferred to do 100 aces over 50 aces and 50 parents, right? Because RNG is a pain, especially when you're running God's card. I would prefer doing more ace runs than parent runs when doing God's card in the future. I think that's a idea. And then how I'm prepping for CM15 right now, if you wanna do a little sneak peek. This, I'm actually doing my own parents, because I know I need to use Saiyan Sky as my main parent. But honestly, at this point time in the month, I have like about 2 weeks before the CM starts. So I probably am just gonna do my same strat of, I'm probably just gonna use one of my own parents and just borrow the second one and start making my aces. But realistically, I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use my CM12 horses. So once the throne card comes out, then I will make my aces. Just because the throne card is just way too good. It gives too much stats. It gives so many skill points. Like, there's a massive difference when it comes to like Umas built with the throne card without Umas built without the throne card. So realistically, if you're able to get into round 2 with your CM12 forces, I think you should. For example, I think for my CM12 forces, I use this one. This is a insane Mihono Bourbon, and it can activate groundwork because it has right-handed and front runner savvy. So I'm just could probably even keep this to use for my round 2 maybe even, because honestly I don't think that's a bad Uma. Sadly enough, no medium S, but realistically, medium S is a lie when there's the final straight for the next CM is kind of short. But I digress, right? But that's up to you. That's just my tip to avoid burnout. I think a lot of the times when I have done, like recently, I've done my runs, especially for my parent runs, I kind of get a little bit frustrated and tired because RNG is just hitting me too hard. Like, come on. Okay, my stats lines are so bad. But it is what it is. Plus, I ran into 0 clock. I ran out of clocks, so I didn't want to use carrots. That's why I also started doing less runs, but now I'm back up to like 90. So you know really well enough that I'm gonna grind really hard for the next CMAs, maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling. But otherwise, I'm just probably gonna keep making parent looping, because frontrunners always use about the same parents, such as Saiyan Sky, Kita-san, Madusensky, right? So I'm probably just gonna keep doing that and then parent loop until the end, until CM15 arrives, and then I'm just gonna build my stuff. I don't really think. I'm gonna talk a little bit about CM15 is, please, if you really think you don't have the time, don't overcomplicate yourself. I think reaching A finals is good enough because there's so much RNG involving getting first place. For CM13, I lost my CM13 finals due to a triple late start. That could happen to you again. And I don't want that. And that really made me depressed at that time too. And that was another reason I didn't try as hard for CM14. But somehow, hey, this Augury right here, she's the GOAT. She activated basically everything except her acceleration skills and somehow won me the race. So I'm happy about that. But otherwise, yeah, those were my thoughts, honestly, for the CM. If you guys have any like tips for me on how I can avoid burnout or what I can do to like also improve on how I do my runs, please leave a comment or something, I don't know, and then I'll catch you guys next time.